You remember the good old days? We used to be able to go to the range. You could take your AR pistol. If you had a SB tactical brace on it, you could actually put it on your shoulder, use it other than as intended, and not worry about getting jacked up on some kind of charge for redesign or something. So do I. Stick around. We need to talk. So with the elections behind us and a new administration running the show, a lot of people have had a lot of high hopes that we may see some actual positive change, some real positive change, not paying lip service to change, but some positive change. Along with the new administration, we have a lot of new people in the letter agencies, including the agency that is in charge of the oversight of what we do, BATF. Now we finally have people that are in positions there that are not just, we'll say, policy people or you know, paperwork filing people, but people that actually understand firearms. Some who actually enjoy firearms immensely and take them as serious as you and I. Now, all of these agencies, the alphabet soup agencies, are given the ability to interpret rules to know how to enforce law. And with the previous administration, it's my understanding that a lot of these interpretations, instead of maybe being, you know, in the center and doing things correctly or smart or right, some of these agencies maybe turn things up a little bit. Maybe they turned them up to 11 instead of 10, and things got difficult. We saw imports that we weren't able to complete anymore. We saw classifications of things change from the way they had previously been done, to the point of absurdity with some of them. They almost didn't pass the straight face test. With a new administration comes a new outlook. And if we can ratchet back the way these things are interpreted in order to still enforce the law or determine what the law actually is, it's a whole lot better for all of us. And from what I've seen, that certainly seems to be the case already. What I'm seeing coming out of Washington is pretty exciting so far. And the beginning of this, I hope, which is only the beginning, is to go back to study these arm braces. Once upon a time, when SB Tactical came out with their first arm brace, there was an approval letter from BATF, and people wanted to know, is it okay to utilize this pistol with an arm brace other than as intended? I mean, we know that you can put your arm inside and strap it in and you can shoot. You can do all of these things, but if on the spur of the moment, if momentarily, if not momentarily, if you're shooting at a target at 20 yards and another target presents itself at 100 yards, is that all right to shoulder that to be able to engage that target more sensibly? And letters were written to ATF, and ATF's original determination was, yeah, absolutely. You can utilize something other than as intended, and it doesn't change its classification. Now, about 2 years ago from when we're producing this video, ATF issued another ruling on that, and they had determined that something used other than as intended was redesigned. And if you redesign something into an NFA item, then it's an NFA item. So for the last 2 years, putting an SB Tactical brace against your shoulder was considered, among many, redesigning or making a short-barreled rifle. Very recently, ATF has published another position paper on this. And in my reading of this paper, it makes it very, very clear, if you utilize something momentarily or not, intentionally or not, and utilize it other than as intended, you're not breaking the law. Just by extending the SB Tac brace and putting it on my shoulder to fire it does not constitute making a short-barreled rifle. It's just a pistol that I fired from the shoulder. Just the way common sense would lead us to believe it. Just the way it always used to be before that previous ruling. Now think of other things in your life that you use other than as intended, and it's not a problem. If you're hammering in a nail with a hammer, well, you're hammering in a nail with a hammer. If you hammer in a nail and you don't have a hammer, you need to hammer in a nail, and all you have is a wrench, did you just redesign your wrench and make a hammer? Or is that still just a wrench that you hammered a nail in with? I think the answer is obvious. So this is real exciting. It looks as though some common sense is going to be coming back into play again. And that's all people want. You know, if the average person of average intelligence can't possibly know whether or not they're breaking the law, they probably shouldn't be considered as breaking the law then. I think that's what most people agree with. And changing things on a whim like that, you know, in order to get around the actual legislative process, that doesn't help any of us at all. So the only thing that I've noticed in this latest ruling letter, it was a letter to SB Tactical, and it talks about the SB Tactical products. It wasn't an open letter or blanket letter. So, you know, again, this is just my interpretation, and I'm as far from an attorney as you can possibly be. But by my reading, while I'm completely comfortable firing my AR pistol with an SB Tactical brace on it from the shoulder, I'm not quite sure that I would utilize just any brace from the shoulder, because that's not how it reads. The letter is pretty specific. And I'll have a copy, actually I have a link to that letter in the information below this video. So this is a good day. This is exciting information, and things are moving in the right direction for us. And I hope that it's just the beginning. I hope we have a lot of new movement in the right direction. And I couldn't wait to get this information to you as soon as I could. So if you enjoyed this short, quick video and this new explanation of ATF's new position on the SB Tactical braces, please click like, share us with your friends in your vast social media universe, subscribe to the channel if you don't already. Hopefully I'll have a whole lot more really cool things like this to talk about in the very near future. Till next time, have fun and be safe.